Jo, moin, ihr fliegt und auch heute, liebe Landratten und Rädchen da draußen und damit ein herzliches Willkommen zurück zu Star Trek Resurgence zusammen mit dem Toni.
Hallo.
So, wir haben gerade noch den Angriff der Hotari hier abgewehrt und führen gerade unsere Superkonferenz im Konferenzraum, der ein wunderbarer Mix aus Galaxy-Klasse und Sovereign-Klasse ist, wie ich finde.
Ja.
Echt gut gelungen.
So ein Stuhl will ich auch nehmen.
Ja.
Hull breach should be patched up in a matter of hours. Impulse power is at 67%. Should be fully restored soon.
Still no luck tracking Galvin's warp signature. They've all but disappeared.
Keep trying. Finding that son of a bitch is the best shot we've got.
Commander Rydick, you had the Khan after the ship was attacked. What is your assessment, given our current situation and the losses we have suffered?
Jetzt will ich sagen A.
I'd rather not fight this alone. We need to call for reinforcements.
In that case, we might have an option. Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire. If anyone could
Ist das
find
der
Galvin,
Wächter?
Ja.
That's assuming he's willing to.
Der hieß im Englischen Portal 63?
Ja.
Und im Deutschen hat man daraus der Wächter gemacht?
Nee, der ist, glaube ich, auch Portal 63. Der Wächter ist nur der Titel der Folge halt.
Okay, ja, lange her, dass ich die Folge geguckt habe, aber ich wusste nicht, dass sie im Deutschen dann ihn dann auch mit Portal 63 anreden.
Er hat sich so vorgestellt, also ist nur einmal, ich glaube, Riker hat ihn da nicht so genannt.
Oh, mein Herr, und ich liebe es. Ich bin Portal 63. Bist du der Schlüsselmeister?
Oh mein Gott.
Schön.
Ja, die Jungs haben mich damals gerettet und haben mich, als ich in einen Hund verwandelt war.
Ja. Oh Gott.
Schön.
One way to find out.
Wouldn't we need to secure authorization from the Federation Council to contact him?
the nearest Federation outpost is Andoria. I can travel there by shuttle and inform them personally of the threat from the Takan. Meanwhile, the Resolute can travel to the Delphi Ardu system in search of Portal 6-3.
I still have my doubts.
I do not. Captain William T. Riker has first-hand experience with the area and with Portal 6-3. His guidance will prove invaluable and should alleviate your concerns.
Delphi Ardu 4 is a restricted zone for good reason. For all we know, we could be walking into a trap. Not to mention the high likelihood Portal 6-3's allegiance will be with the Takan. It's just too much of a risk. A waste of time. Time we can't afford to lose.
Y.
According to Commander Riker's records of meeting Portal 6-3, he was willing to listen to reason. We may be able to convince him that Galvin is wrong.
Or he'll just be happy to learn his civilization is making a comeback. In which case, we only compound the problem.
I am inclined to agree with Commander Rydick. Her logic is sound. This portal may have knowledge that proves to be invaluable, including information on the nature of the Cartabula. We must act on the facts at hand.
Then we'll give it our best.
I'll arrange a meeting with Captain Riker.
And I will speak with the Council. They need to understand the magnitude of the situation. I can leave for Andoria immediately. I wish you luck finding Portal 6-3. The very future of the Federation may rest in your hands.
Musikalisch hat das gerade was für Star Wars.
It's a minimum of 8
Ja.
crew on
Ja.
average to run the ship. So we can expect at least that many hostiles.
If they bioformed Hadri, they know we're coming.
Which means everyone needs to be ready for...
Wow.
Oh oh.
Und wieder back zu Tastatur und Maus.
Ja.
We can handle that. Where do you need us?
There's an access panel there. You should be able to patch into the local systems. We'll be shot getting there. I'll cover you. On my signal. Now!
Achso, okay, wenn ich nicht schießen sollte, mache ich lieber hier mit. So.
Hm.
Looking for the bridge doors. Wait, what's this?
Got something?
Gravity.
Oh, shit.
Gravity inside the bridge. That'll throw anyone on the bridge right up into the ceiling.
He'll
Good
never
idea.
see it coming.
Itasca, get ready to charge.
Charge?
Reversing gravity polarity. Now!
Ah.
Amazing.
Close it!
How do we get them down?
Müssen wir überhaupt?
Das ist schön. Die sind eh ausgeschaltet.
Ja.
Aber die Brick.
Was für Riesengewehre.
Ja. So ein bisschen was von Erosion. Sind ja auch Riesenkerle.
Hm.
What are we gonna do with them?
We don't have time to take prisoners.
So you're just gonna shoot him?
I haven't decided yet.
That's not just up to you.
I'm the ranking officer.
And we're not in your army.
Sorry, wir sind Sternflotte, ich kann nur X drücken.
Ja.
It may not be convenient, but we
Sorry, wir sind Sternflotte und nicht Picard.
Ja, genau.
Muss man noch inkludieren.
will kill enemies who surrendered.
Keeping prisoners is a luxury we don't have.
It's not a damn luxury.
You're an engineer, not a soldier. This is clearly my territory.
You think you have enemy combatants here? This is a hostage situation.
Genau.
Each one of them has an innocent life inside. I'll keep watch on them.
As will I. We can't let our guard down around the enemy.
Petty Officer Diaz and I will figure out how to stop the ship.
Let's hurry. The rest of the Takan could show up any minute. Crystals. They're all over this place.
Okay, dann schauen wir uns mal um hier. Und ihr bleibt genau da sitzen, wo ihr seid.
Ja.
Everything under control?
Yes, these Takan haven't made a move. Yet.
And what you're doing is working.
There's plenty more I can do. But it doesn't have to be that way. As long as they behave.
Ach, das
Any trouble?
Don't worry about me. Worry about Stretch over there.
Why?
He's looking for any excuse to vaporize the prisoners. But I'll make sure he doesn't. Even if they're the enemy, it's not right.
I'm here if you need a hand.
Just hurry up and figure out this bridge. That's the best way to help.
Oh, hat sich aufgehängt?
Nee, ich bin gerade. Was ist denn Shibari?
Hä? Keine Ahnung. Ich kann kein Japanisch.
Also das ist Japan. Würde ich jetzt nicht mehr einordnen können. Ich erlaub's mal, weil Fuzzy hat geschrieben. Perfekte Gelegenheit, diesen Aliens mal zu zeigen, was diese Menschen mit Shibari meinen.
Shibari, Japanisch Festbinden, Fesseln. Auch Japan-Bondage bekannt. Eine erotische Kunst des Fesseln, die sich in Japan aus der... Weiter habe ich nicht gelesen.
Okay, reicht auch, glaube ich.
Bonding. Bondage.
Ja.
Japanische Fesselkunst.
Oh, unser Fuzzy, da kommen wieder Fetische hier durch, ey. So.
Gotta figure this out before we get wherever we're going. Resolute can't catch up to us. We're in a whole different kind of trouble.
Okay. Haben wir hier vorne.
There are two interfaces on top of each other.
This is not Lydian programming.
Naja. Con.
Ich weiß nicht, ob ich diese Kristallkonsole hier wirklich anfassen will.
Ja, nicht unbedingt.
Ja, okay, cool.
Hat jetzt Bock gemacht, hat einfach die Augenbrauen gehoben.
Muss reichen im Zweifel.
Ja.
This console looks unaffected.
Echt? Ich hätte es gar nicht gemerkt.
Look here. It's navigational data.
We saw that already. Headed to the edge of the galaxy.
It's only a display. We couldn't use it to change course or alter speed.
Ach so, Tricorder. Du kannst ja mal mit Tricorder gucken.
Where's the captain?
Captain Ostego did not survive the atmosphere poisoning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He died defending the Empire. That's how he'd want it.
Okay. Oder?
Ja, genau. War neben Kristallkrempel. Wahrscheinlich können wir da wieder irgendwo. Ah, okay. Fahren.
Oi. Warte mal, das ist
Auf die Art und Weise bin ich schon mal eine Treppe runtergefallen. Rechts ist die,
muss
rechts
ich jetzt
ist die
echt?
Treppe. Rechts. Nee,
Ah,
rechts
hier,
ist die
okay,
Treppe.
danke. Ich dachte schon, ich müsste wieder komplett rumrennen.
It's the Takan language.
From what I can tell, the ship's systems are actively responding to input.
Which is the opposite of how most bridges work. They usually send commands, not receive them.
It's from an intrusive program. This control station won't do us any good.
Den Control Console, wieder Remote Signal etwas. Okay.
Bitte was?
Ich habe nur vorgelesen, was, also ich habe nur gelesen, was draufsteht.
Naja.
Ui.
Out of range, jetzt.
Jetzt.
These crystals are Takan technology. They seem to be active, just like the rest of their tech. Tetrametric pulses.
Tetrametric.
Ach, eine coole
It's the
Beleuchtung
energy
auf die.
signature of Takan technology. Everything they make gives off this type of radiation.
They're blocking the inputs. It's not responding at all. Everything I try, it just ignores me.
Ah.
So how did the Takan use this tech?
It's beyond me. What have they done to this bridge?
Consoles running themselves, some clogged up with crystals that are sending off tetrametric pulses.
But none of this is sending signals outward. It's receiving.
They're flying the ship from somewhere else.
Ja.
That should be impossible. But it explains why there's less than a full bridge crew.
Ja.
If they aren't flying the ship from the bridge, where are they controlling it from?
Hm. Ja, das müssen wir halt befragen, die Leute, Jungs.
Jo. Haben wir noch doch irgendwas zum Tricordern? Oh, Tatsache, da vorne.
Ja.
We're gonna be there in less than an hour.
We can't let that happen.
Hold on, it would take days to go this distance with our fastest ship. We're traveling at a warp factor many times greater than this ship should even be capable of. What are the engines doing to produce this kind of speed?
Hm. Stimmt, die Kristalle auch nochmal scannen. Ah, da ist. Ach, die Waffen.
Die Kristalle kann ich scannen? Nee.
Nee, doch nicht. Okay. Waffen kannst du ja anschauen, das sind Kristallwaffen.
Huh.
Careful where you point that thing.
It's not active. I can't see any way this would work as a weapon. It's dead.
Out of ammo?
I'm not sure.
Vielleicht kann nur jemand mit Con-DNA bedienen.
Ob du die scannen kannst. Nee, hätte sein können. Ja, dann müssen wir unsere Gäste befragen, glaube ich.
Ja, die
Aber das
sind
gibt nur,
nicht
ja,
so
aber das
ruhig.
gibt nur irgendwas, was wir noch nicht entdeckt haben. Guck mal auf Recorder rum, vielleicht haben wir irgendwas übersehen. Der Konsole waren wir schon dran.
Ja, Modi kann ich hier jetzt auch nicht switchen. Warte mal, da vorne ist noch irgendwas, oder?
Ja,
Das?
die Konsole.
Die Konsole
Ja.
geht noch.
Genau.
Engine's a red line, running at full power. But this main drive manifold is spiking way over nominal levels.
Very dangerous.
Even at 100% output, the warp cores wouldn't push this much plasma to the drive section.
The reactor output matches the high speed, doesn't it?
Whether it's these crystals or the power from the Cartabula, the Takana found a way to increase the engine output and top speed. We have to find a way to hit the brakes before we outrun anyone who could help us.
We stop it, so they can't get this ship where they're going, and enact the next phase of their plan. That is, if they don't destroy us all first. I would have thought this ship would disintegrate going this speed. But somehow, that hasn't happened yet.
So what is their endgame? They've transformed individuals, they've transformed this ship, in a way. How far will they go?
As far as we let them. Their technology certainly doesn't seem to have limits.
I hate to think what the Cartabula could do if it was plugged into something it was meant to power.
Hm.
That's everything. We got some answers.
I don't like what they tell us, though.
If we can learn nothing else, then what's left is to make these Takan talk. And if they don't, we'll dispose of them.
Hey, that's not how we do this.
That is enough
Achtung.
of you.
No.
I thought that thing was useless.
It was. No power. Until he touched it.
Ja, kleinen Moment, so.
The weapons must be biocoded.
Our technology will only work for one of our kind.
I can assure you, this weapon works just fine for me.
Slow down, Arminta.
You can't control this ship with a disruptor.
But I can use it to control you.
Oi.
Schön, also es ist selten, dass Games wirklich mal so was machen und nicht gleich einfach wieder blöd losballern. Übrigens,
Ja.
ich finde, seine Waffe ist eine schöne Inspiration. Das sieht aus wie, kennst du diese Handwerker-Dinger? Meistens, glaube ich, aus wie ein Amis, wenn sie ihre Leichtbauweise zusammentackern, diese
Ja,
automatischen.
dieser Presslufttracker.
Genau.
Genau.
Ich glaube, die wurden davon ein wenig inspiriert.
Hey, es reicht.
Let's talk.
Jo. Number one.
The Titan's communications officer says Captain Riker will be ready in just a moment. You need to see this. The report on the data breach.
Mhm.
Damn. It's worse than I'd hoped. They didn't just compromise our shields. They stole the shield algorithms for all of Starfleet as well.
Hm.
Meaning every ship is potentially vulnerable to attack. Making this so much worse than it already was.
Wer kommt eigentlich ständig auf diese ultra schlauen Ideen? Ey, lass unsere ganze Flotte miteinander kommunizieren. Ey, ein Schiff kriegt alle Codes für alle Schiffe, damit man sich gegenseitig ausschalten kann.
Ja.
Alter. How stupid. Das geht doch nicht. Macht keine Militärorganisation dieser Welt, wäre so doof.
Ja. Zumindest nicht frei zugänglich.
Ja, also der Präfixcode ist schon, keine Ahnung, kritisch.
Ist ja dasselbe wahrscheinlich.
Ja, aber
Ähnlich.
die Schildsequenzen der
Der ganze Flotte ist schon übel.
ja.
Stanford muss es wissen, oder?
Ja, hätte ich jetzt auch gesagt.
Mhm.
Given the potential consequences, we should notify Starfleet as soon as possible.
Da wird er
I don't
dagegen sein.
disagree, but I'll reach out to Ambassador Spock about it. I don't want to cause a panic, and I doubt he does either.
I
Hm.
have Captain Riker for you.
Yay!
Let's not mention any of this shield business to Riker just yet.
Ja,
Put him through.
ich würde schon sagen. Oh,
Captain
Holo-Riker.
Riker, this is my first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
Gut
My
gelungen.
pleasure.
Sir,
I wish we were all meeting under better circumstances.
So do I, although you and I have actually met before.
We have.
I was a young lieutenant on the Potemkin. You were first officer on the Tuckerman. I piloted you and our science officer in a shuttle to survey quantum resonance in the planetary rings of Residius 6.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
You know, he gave me some good advice that day about a very difficult job. Yours.
well, I'm not one to turn down some words of wisdom, sir.
And let me ask, as first officer on a starship, where does your responsibility lie, first and foremost? To the captain, the crew, or the ship itself?
Oh, this old chestnut. I am curious to hear what she says, though.
Schiff.
Das Schiff, ja.
Well, without the ship, we'd be in a lot of trouble. So,
Anybody ever choose the ship when you asked?
I can't say that they have.
The truth is, it's a trick question.
Hm.
Every situation is different, and there are no easy answers.
Ja, wow, danke.
And in some cases, it might not be any of those three. It could be the prime directive, or the mission.
Yes, so perhaps we should get to the matter at hand. When you were with the Enterprise, you encountered a Takan entity known as Portal 6-3. The Enterprise was held captive in orbit until you were able to convince him to let the ship go.
All of which is detailed in the mission report.
what we want from you is what we can't get from the report. What can we use to get Portal 6-3 to help us?
I've often thought about that over the years. How a small difference in the encounter could have led to disaster. The most important thing is, don't let him push you around. He can appear as a man or as a godlike projection. He'll test you. But don't be overwhelmed by the pageantry and theatrics.
Mitte.
I'll stand up to him. You can trust in that.
Good. But that's just the first step. Portal is full of bluster and bravado, but he can be reasoned with. And that's my other piece of advice. You want to appeal to him rationally. You don't want him thinking you're acting out of fear.
But we are afraid of the Takan, and with good reason.
He's not the sort to suffer fools. And he'll lose interest if he feels his time is being wasted.
I suppose that's one thing we have in common.
Y. Ja.
Ja.
Do you think he will go against his own people?
He was proud of his empire. He called us barbarians. Maybe you can find a way to make him see these people claiming to be Takan aren't real Takan. They're corrupting his legacy.
What if he won't cooperate and we have to face these Takan ourselves?
Then we have a much bigger problem on our hands.
What I mean is, in the 16 years since you discovered this outpost, there has to have been research. Battle plans for what to do about the Takan if we encountered more of them. I need to know what they are.
If I had that answer, it would have been the first thing I told you.
We both know Command has had their share of hidden plans in the past.
Für 600.000 Jahre als Gegner?
Hat die Sternflotte zwar alles im Plan hinterlegt.
This isn't some Starfleet conspiracy to keep you in the dark. But if you two don't think you're equipped to make contact, you need to tell me now. Because there is no silver bullet here. Now's not the time to hesitate. I need to know you're up to this.
X oder Y?
X.
There are some things you can't be prepared for. And if there are no specific tactical solutions, we'll just have to take our chances. After all, risk is our business.
We try to mitigate that risk as best we can. But the Starfleet we know today was built on that attitude.
Well said.
There was a special task force that considered the Takan, and I was part of it. But because there were no other signs of the Empire, we determined the best course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi Ardu system. I have my concerns, but I'll clear the way with the brass for your travel into the restricted space. Just remember what I've told you. And it wouldn't hurt to read some Sun Tzu en route. Or Marcus Aurelius.
Anything else?
Machiavelli?
Ah,
Thank you for your support, Captain Riker.
I wish I could be there myself. But my first officer would probably see to it that I stay on the bridge while they get all the excitement on the away mission. The burdens of command. Rest assured, the Federation is taking this threat very seriously. You won't be alone out there for too long.
Thank you, Captain Riker.
One more thing. Ambassador Spock said that Takan stole some data from your central computer. What's that all about?
oh,
We're still assessing the extent of the breach. Nothing to report as of right now.
That's it? Ambassador Spock suggested it was something more serious.
Y.
ich würde sagen, ja, auf jeden Fall.
One thing we know is that they stole Starfleet shield algorithms.
The shield algorithms? That could jeopardize every ship in the fleet.
We're still making sure our assessment is accurate. We don't want to raise alarms unnecessarily.
This is as real as it gets, Solano. I have to talk to Starfleet Command now, so I think this conversation has come to an end. I really do hope you get Portal 6-3 and find those Takan before this gets out of control. Riker out.
I specifically said I wanted to keep this under wraps. I thought we had an understanding. Now all of Starfleet
Ja.
will hear about this.
Ja, YX. Alles
auf jeden
geht
Fall, ja.
irgendwie. Okay.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I didn't feel comfortable lying to a superior officer.
I have no problem telling Starfleet. I just didn't want Riker holding this over.
Ah,
Now I have to think about the damage control of it all. You're
das
dismissed.
geht nicht um ihn. Das geht
Ja,
nicht
das
um
rafft er bis zum Schluss
Ja.
nicht.
Huch.
It's the automated Federation warning buoy. Transmitting the disable code Captain Riker provided.
Und an dieser Stelle machen wir beim nächsten Mal weiter, würde ich sagen. Ist ja gerade eine
Ja.
ruhige Stelle, denke ich mir mal.
Ja, genau.
Bevor es gleich wieder
Bevor gleich
stärker
wieder
losgeht. Ja.
Genau.
Ja, danke an Toni fürs Mitmachen.
Immer gerne.
Und dann sehen und hören wir uns alle beim nächsten Mal wieder. Bis dann, macht's gut. Tschüss.
Tschüss.